Well, this is one way to do it. Today I'm going to be chopping silage by myself for the first time. I am very excited, but also a little bit nervous because the equipment I'm going to be using today is a little old. One came out of an old barn, the other came out of a tree line. But today, they're going to work for me in the cornfield. As a farmer, our job is to feed people. And how do we do that best? By feeding cows, because people love eating steak. What do cows love to eat? Corn. So today, we're going to be chopping up a bunch of corn for them to eat this winter. I am very proud of this setup because it feels like a long time in the making. Here we have my grandpa's and now my dad's 4020 John Deere. One might argue this is the best and most iconic tractor John Deere has ever made, and I know we will not have any problems with this today. If we do have any problems today, it's going to be with this. This is a Gale, however you say it, 1200 2-row 30-inch silage chopper. I think it's in pretty good condition, but that being said, the only chopping I've ever experienced has been with this thing, and my dad has never let me drive. All I've ever gotten to do is drive the tractor pulling the wagons. Today, that changes. It may not look like much sitting next to this thing, but this is my very own chopper, and I'm pretty proud of it. It also comes with a very unique feature in that there's a hitch on the back of it. So I actually don't need a second tractor for this operation. I can do the entire silage chopping job by myself because this Gale 1200 hooks up to our trusty wagon. Kind of a bit of a wiggle wagon, but it is a Gilmore Tage out of Clay Center, Kansas. Not really sure, but I do know we tested it before we bought it. It does dump. The silage wagons I'm used to dump from the rear. This is a side dump. And the handiest feature is it has a roof. So while we're hopefully shooting a bunch of silage into the wagon, the roof will help keep it contained and actually in the wagon so it can go in our pile to feed our cows this winter. Right after the money exchanged hands and we purchased this Gale chopper, we were already putting new parts on it. Immediately, a tire blew. So we have put 2 brand new tires on it. So hopefully we won't have any issues with that. We have greased all of the chains. They're all lubed up and nice and honestly in pretty good condition. We found as many grease zerks as I could possibly find without chopping a finger off. Got those all greased up. And we sprayed some extra lubrication on all of our moving parts here. We'll say the only reason I'm standing in front of this thing is because it's off. This is just a recipe for a finger or an arm or a toe to get chopped off. This is a more traditional style chopper. It looks kind of similar to a corn head, what might be hooked up to a combine to process dried grain. Whereas my dad's chopper, sitting right next here, this is more of a new style head. Pretty scary, right? Definitely don't want to be standing in front of this thing when it turns on. Being a farmer comes with a lot of responsibility, to say the least, and it's something that I don't really take lightly. There's something that feels very important about doing something by yourself for the very first time. Would not be the farmer that I am today without my dad, my mom, my grandpa, my grandma, and all of the generations that came before me by any means. But there's something really, really special about being able to take the reins or the steering wheel in your own hands and do something for yourself. I have 3 goals for today. 1, finish chopping the field. That is the biggest thing that needs to get done. 2, don't break anything. 3, don't plug anything up. Think we can make it the whole day? If this setup can complete those 3 goals, I will be very happy. I do think it's going to be pretty loud, so I'm putting earplugs in. So that feels like the smart and responsible thing to do. All right, I think you may have found my new favorite pair of overalls. Thank you so much to Quince for sponsoring today's video. These are their 100% organic denim short alls. Get it, because they're short, not over or long alls. And I love them. They're very sturdy denim, which is great for farming. They have adjustable straps and plenty of pockets, which are great for all my tools. Super easy, something I feel like I'm going to be throwing on all of the time. Quince is all about really high quality, timeless essentials, and they work directly with high quality manufacturers. So you get premium materials without the traditional retail markup. I also got this white 100% European linen shirt, maybe good for some off the farm wear, and these denim shorts, which have just enough stretch to be comfy and good to work in. And last but not least, this beautiful soft leather white ivory work tote, which I have already put to good use. Everything is so well made and stuff that I will actually wear. If you want to check out Quince, scan the QR code on screen or use the links down in the description. You'll get free shipping and 365-day returns. Now, back to work. Today, I chop silage. Shall we? Guess the first thing to do is actually drive out to the field, huh? So glad we have this nice shade on our tractor. Will it start? I knew it would start. This is a heavy load. All right, out to the field. Everything's hooked up. There's no turning back now. Here goes nothing. Time to fire everything up. Well, I ran it for about 35 seconds and already plugged it up. I failed on my first goal. Okay.
It's plugged up here.
It's not plugged down here, it's just plugged up here.
At least you stopped it. Right?
Well, I looked forward and then all of a sudden I look back and there's nothing coming out of the spout. And that's where it all is. Do you think it's just not greased up enough? It's like the inside of the tube doesn't slide. How far up does the plug go, I wonder? Oh, on a positive note, this gives us a good chance to see our product that we're working with. And look at how, it's raining down on me.
Wow.
Look at,
There it is.
got it? Oh, there's the top of it right there. Look at how nicely chopped up this is. We did not even have to adjust or sharpen the knives at all. That looks great. Very impressed. Now we just need to get all that actually in the wagon. We are back up and running. All right, clean out, take 2. There we go. Our blower is working. Take 3, or maybe 4. Sometimes I get so caught up in the excitement, I forget I'm supposed to film. We're moving from 2 rows to 1 row. Hopefully shine up our tube and get everything to flow a little bit better. And that seems to be working. Now we're getting somewhere. Doing jobs on the farm like this remind me so much of my grandpa and how he taught me to farm, work hard, and all of just the general life lessons. And he is a big inspiration behind my children's book, Roger's Heyday. It's available for pre-order right now. And it features a setup that looks remarkably similar to this. I want to put this story in as many kids' hands as possible to share the story of community and working together, but also just a general love of agriculture. So you can find it now, Roger's Heyday at laurafarmsbook.com. I'm really doing it. I'm chopping silage by myself. I know my dad is so proud of me. I think my grandpa would be too. Growing up on a farm is the best thing that ever happened. And this is so cool. I look away for 5 seconds. Dad came by and gave me an important piece of advice. When you plug up and you're cleaning it out, open up everything. Clean out every little nook and cranny, then start it and run it with everything open to really clean it out. Who knew chopping was such a messy job?
Anyone want any salad?
I guess we don't have to go very far for lunch. Salad is served. Just need some ranch dressing.
The cows are going to be real hungry this winter at this rate.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to take us till winter to get a wagon load is what I'm thinking. I don't actually really like ranch. I prefer Dorothy Lynch. Has anyone ever had Dorothy Lynch? It's the best. much. We're so close. Silage chopping is not for the faint of heart. While problems are certainly not ideal, I will say they do encourage strong work ethic and sweatiness. I have the utmost respect for farmers who spent their entire careers on tractors like this with equipment like this. I think a big part of being a farmer is having the ability to look back and reflect on where you came from while still keeping your eyes pointed forward towards progress and innovation. But keeping in the back of your mind at all times that we would not be where we are today with the technology and equipment we have today without what came before us. And let me tell you how much I'm sure my dad appreciates that other chopper right now. Well, this is one way to do it. Now the interesting part is that you can only chop one direction. So we're gonna have to turn around and go the other way. Not the soybeans! I'll admit it's a little unconventional, but it is working. Is that not what farming is? Just adapting? It seems only fair that I let my dad run my chopper after years of watching him operate his and not being allowed to run it. I have decided it is only fair he should get to run mine. He's the one who taught me everything I know about farming. I don't even have to give him any instructions. He's the one who told me how to do this. Good job, Dad. Looking great. I have my husband, my dad, and my brother out here, chopping silage. The only person we're missing is my grandpa. Miss you, Papa Kurt. This corn needed to be chopped anyways. It seems like we may have some adjustments to be made, but I think after today, we can consider ourselves well on our ways to being expert silage choppers. I did plug up, however, I did not break anything, so we'll count that as a win. Looks like our wagon is full. Time to see if it dumps. Those tires squishing. A lot of weight in that wagon. That's a full wagon. This view right here is a major inspiration for my book. I just want you to really sit and soak this in. One of my goals with this book is to get it in as many kids' hands in schools as possible, because not everyone can grow up on a farm like I did. And I want that to be something that is accessible to as many kids as possible. And with your donations and the help of the FFA, we are over 10% of our goal. I want to get 10,000 of my books into kids' hands. We're well on our way. Now we're at the pile where we keep all of the food. Time to dump our wagon. Ready? It's okay. It's going! Look at it! Those cylinders are powerful. The lid kind of comes off the rope. The lid. Those tires are squatting. Now it's time to push the pile. The old loader tractor.
So that's level. I'm gonna put it at like this angle. So I match the kind of the angle of the pile.
Okay.
So it's not gonna scoop or dig. It's just gonna press and cut. Now I ironing board it.
That's smooth.
Oh man, I cut in there. So I have a little bit in the front, but the bottom is pushing it down, so it's packing it. And then we're getting a little bit. Then I go all the way to the top. I do my pile. Then I'll drop this down in front. Do a little back drag.
Ah, you make it so much smoother.
Yeah, and then so it'll be smooth next time. So it's just feather and finesse.
And then the back drag, you can kind of fill in wherever was
Yeah,
gouged.
obviously your tires are pushing in, so you want your pile as packed as much as you want it pushed.
Well, how bad is it?
Ooh, did I turn too tight?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
That's not good.
That's.
Looks like someone's tried to fix it before.
I'm no expert, but I don't think it's supposed to look like that.
And the blower.
No.
Yeah. We broke a shear bolt, and someone has already used all 12 spares that were apparently here. So yeah, we're done for the day.
Wow. So the only thing we accomplished on
Well, we did it. We chopped silage.
chop silage, but didn't finish the field, broke something, and plugged up.
Multiple times.
Well, at least the cows have salad to eat. At the end of the day, that's all that really matters. Well, all in all, I'll call it a success because I was able to chop my own chopper. Added silage to the pile to feed my cows, and that makes me happy. As always, I'm so thankful that you spend your Fridays here with me, and I cannot wait to show you what we get into next week. If you're hungry, check out firstmarketbeef.com for all of your beef needs. We sell out super, super fast, so if you miss this restock, be sure to put your email address in, and we will let you know when more inventory is on the website. I'm trying to hit 1 million subscribers before the end of the year, and the only way I can do that is with your help. So if you haven't subscribed, now is a perfect time to do that, and we'll see you next week. Bye.